Breaking news that could shed light on what happened almost a week ago as one of the worst natural disasters in recent memory began to unfold. Dispatch audio from Central Texas about a half hour before the first emergency warning was issued for the hardest hit county along the Guadalupe River. Now, the first call we have is from a firefighter at 3:37 a.m. local time. The calmness of his voice is remarkable, all things considered.
Yes, ma'am. Just for your 43, the Guadalupe is starting to come up, and Shoemaker is no longer passable at this time.
That's the Guadalupe River rising, and one of the main streets flooded. And from that point on, as the audio shows, problems were growing fast.
Respond to 2029, Highway 39, 2029, Highway 39. It's going to be for a water rescue. House callers, house flooded. We're getting multiple calls off of 39. People are stating their houses are flooding. We're trying to advise them to get to higher area.
Now, the next piece of audio is of what we reported on last night, a firefighter requesting an emergency alert be issued to the community and the dispatcher not able to make that call.
Is there any way we can send a code red out to our Hunt residents asking them to find higher ground or stay home?
10-4 standby. We have to get that approved with our supervisor.
Well, as we reported last night, it would be 90 minutes from that call to when Kerrville's mayor told the Texas Tribune that he finally received a code red alert. Now, during that time, the Guadalupe River would overflow in a wall of water several stories high at its peak, and the 911 calls would just keep coming.
We received a phone call at our fire station to have a lady, she's frantic. She's at Casa Bonita, 117 Corto Way or Casa Bonita Lodges, and she said her children are on top of one of the cabanas and they're trapped.
Well, the area is home to many summer camps, as you know. This one, boys rode out the worst of it in the rafters of their cabin when water reached the top of their bunks. Camp Mystic for girls, though, was, of course, the hardest hit. This is a new image of some of the evacuation efforts early on. In a moment, we'll be joined by one of the staffers who was there that night and took this photo. But as would become clear, though, 27 campers and staffers, many of the campers as young as 8, tried to get out and didn't make it. And when daylight came, a few hours later, the true dimensions of it all became clear. In addition to all the dead, dozens and dozens of people missing. And tonight, they still are. Upwards of 160 people, in addition to the 120 plus fatalities. And as to that dispatch audio, tonight the man who recorded it and helped install Kerr County's Code Red system spoke with CNN's Aaron Burnett about the timing of the alerts that followed.
So are you saying as early as 3:27 a.m. that things could have played out very differently in terms of alerts and code reds and frankly, just to be blunt, hundreds possibly of lives saved?
Well, it's too late for Hunt. The water's up, and the volunteer fire department guy's been there. He knew it was coming because he's awake and he's sitting in his truck looking at it. But the water's come up, and the wall of water's heading down to Ingram. So you hear some radio traffic in a little bit that's going to warn people that warn to tone out Ingram that they need to start evacuating the RV park downriver. And I fully believe that a really quick action could have, and I'm not going to hindsight it all, but a quick action could have helped people downriver. But at 3:30, once it hit 4:30, it was just too late. The code red would have been ineffective, in my opinion.